Oh, you uninstalled it? Damn, I didn't know you uninstalled Fall Guys though. Yeah, this is like a... I keep forgetting to get on daily for this. Because I think the discovery quests are daily, so that means I could have gotten like free 50,000 XP per day, but I forget to get on it. Last time it worked out really well with the 50,000. I thought it was bugged, where I was like, okay, let's see if maybe it unlocks when I went in a normal game, and it did. Actually, let me close it real quick. The level that I'm talking about, by the way, is called 789. I'm gonna make a different outfit. I have like a Christmas tree outfit. I'm gonna make a different outfit real quick. I'll be this.
I wish instead of like this being purple, it would be like a flag, or like maybe like a red or something. Little horns on top.
Alright. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Well, I forgot what you wore in that game because I've not played with you for a long time, so I'm gonna be honest. Oh, okay. Try to select a different outfit for the Christmas stuff. I might just go with the whole little raincoat getup I had, but like find a different bottom to use or something. Last time I played as a tree, so. Okay, I'll look at the screenshot whenever you send it. I'm changing up my outfit, like I said, real quick. Oh! That's kind of cute. Sorry, I'm paying attention. I thought it was kind of cute, the outfit I looked at. Oh, okay. Maybe this one? No. Wow. Oh yeah, that new color I bought, I need to actually favor. Actually, I want to favor that one too. It was this one, Voyager. Pikachu! Not Electrode. There's specifically a Pokemon that's electric that I can't remember the name of. It has Electakid as like a pre-evolution they added later. But I can't remember the actual name of the Pokemon. Do you have any idea what I'm talking about, Wacky, or no? Electabuzz! I think it might have been like Electabuzz or something. It's like the cattish kind of one that has like a plug on its head on the top.
Oh.
Is it Electabuzz? Oh. Okay, well, at least you know what I'm talking about. I just know it's not Electrode, because, you know, if it was, that'd be weird for Voltorb. And then when it comes to Electakid or Elektkid, that's gonna be the pre-evolution. Oh, I'm gonna look what your message be. I like that getup. You could change individual armor colors, you know that, right? If you just wanted to. You could try to get a pure white or something. I was gonna say though, if you're wanting the horns and the helmet to be a little different, because the horns are not gonna be from the actual helmet, it's gonna be from the cloak, so you could change the cloak color.
Yeah.
The one thing I kind of wish that I got for Christmas, but there was gonna be no way I could have gotten it, would be like a capture card. I never got I still, like, with January being right there, I'm not gonna be able to get a capture card, and because I won't be able to get a capture card, I cannot document any indie games or anything. I won't be able to get clips of old saves or just old indie games running around. And looking into it, people have not been able to figure out a way to actually emulate indie games still. Like, people have estimated maybe, like, the next 10 years they'll be able to, but indie games are basically on a back burner / like, in an empty void right now. Like, unless you actually play the indie game on your 360, which I am able to do, you can't do anything. And I would love to even go on Avatar. You know how depressing it was when I checked some of the indie games last time I did? Oh, Wacky? It was depressing because, Avatar MMO used to actually have a lot of people playing it, surprisingly. What it would be is that you'd play as... Like, it's an MMO, of course, but you'd play as your avatar, and your height actually would register along with, like, being compared to other players' heights actually different, depending on how high you put your avatar as. And you could talk to them through just text, you could, like, join each other up in-game, which a lot of indie games didn't have that sort of system necessarily. And so, it was pretty neat. There was actually an endgame area where it was a giant tower, and the final hardest boss was a giant chicken, if I remember right. Or, like, it was the second hardest boss or something like that. But I have memories because I actually ended up being in a group of, like, around 10-ish people, probably just 8 because the limit of Xbox parties. But, like, 8 people, and we all were doing stuff. It was fun. Of course, I was a squeaker at the time. And some of these people, you could tell, weren't squeakers, but they weren't like 30 or anything, 40. You know? But that was probably my favorite indie game, but I wish I had recordings of me playing it originally, because if I was to try to play it nowadays, it is slower and clunky, and I'd have to learn all the controls again, that there's no way. When I tried looking at it last, I just kind of ran around areas. There's no fast travel either, from what I can gather. So I had to run into every area every single time I wanted to travel across the entire map. There's also a PvP area that exists and everything. But, yeah, just... It sucks because that is, like I said, like probably one of my favorite things I did play and everything back then. Avatar Farm Online, I was able to look around at my farm and stuff, but like I really don't care about my Avatar Farm Online stuff. Well, it's Avatar Farm Online 2, whatever. White Noise I didn't even look at. I wanted to go to different indie games I either recognized or had builds in and stuff like that, and I had limited space on my phone. Because I was recording my screen through my phone, but I'd love to actually get the proper resolution of, you know, recording on a capture card. But I just wish that I was able to get it before even the Christmas season, because I legitimately will have no way to get that footage anymore once that rolls around. This is what I'm from gathering. I also wanted to record my Xbox One and go through different screenshots that I can't save individually without just losing them. And just go through a bunch of screenshots of all my Xbox Live stuff, you know? But, I can't do that either. Because I've already uploaded a bunch of screenshots to my OneDrive, and I don't have enough room to continue doing that. And there's so many screenshots that I don't need to keep. I just want to be able to go through them and be able to, like, point out stuff. And from what I can gather also with capture cards, there should be a way, if I remember right, where it will also capture me talking. Like if I was in a party or something. So if I did that, I could probably go and talk over the video and like bring up what stuff is. And then if I upload it even privately to my YouTube, I can always go back and look at that stuff, you know? It won't require, because that's only, and that part's only because Xbox Live's could be removing screenshots on Xbox Live. Anything where they're only gonna last like 3 months or something like that, and anything that was before January will be deleted once January rolls around. Unless it was like a month before, etc. or something. So it sucks. I guess because there's probably Xbox Live posts from accounts that don't exist anymore or like are dead, and so they just want them to have all that deleted. Also, the cool part is with the capture card, I could go and actually record my screen on multiple like accounts if that was for some reason needed. And if I really needed to, unlike streaming, whether through Mixer or taking a screen recording through a game or Twitch, I could actually go and record menus. So I could always record, you know, like how I was saying, the screenshots. I can record me going to another account and doing something. If I ever wanted to publicly post it, I could always edit out certain parts. So like, you know, there's just, I feel like a lot that I wish I could do, but I can't with that type of stuff. Yeah, I'm exploiting the Discovery tab thing right now. By the way. If you end up not reinstalling Fall Guys, just let me know, it's fine. Oh, okay. I didn't know you were.
It's just going slow.
Dembony. Playing Dembony. Dembada-bum-bada-bum-bada-bum-bum-bum. Yeah, I'm sad about the capture card, dude, because I would only have 5 days to get everything done, which, I mean, I don't mind doing an entire day of just working on looking at indie games, for example, but the first concern would be the Xbox One stuff, because if I got a newer capture card, most likely it's only going to be compatible with something like my Series X. So, I'd have to go and proceed to go and get all that, you know? Because, yeah, the indie games, the whole issue with indie games is I don't know if the servers are going to stay up, but you still can own the games on your console. They're also shutting down 360 stores. And something else I could do with the capture card is actually record games on my 360. Even if it's not like a Let's Play sort of thing, just to go through old saves like Dust and Elysian Tale. Never 100%ed it with like the collectibles or anything, but to go through that old save. Look at the old exploit that used to be exploited by my friend and I, where if you sold 345 or whatever number it was of an item, it would never get rid of the item. So you could just infinitely sell items and get unlimited money. It was a weird exploit. And Dust and Elysian Tale was a popular enough game where the guy wished he could have made a sequel and couldn't. He still wants to, but also it had its own reference / appearance in Minecraft skins. Whether it be the Summer of Arcade skin pack, or like, cause you know Stampy Longnose?
I've heard that before.
Stampy Longnose is a Minecraft YouTuber that's really well known. I never watched him, but the skin he uses on Xbox Minecraft is Fidget. And Fidget was from the Summer of Arcade pack, and Fidget is the secondary protagonist to Dust. In my, like, I don't actually know if that, I would say secondary protagonist. Because, have I told you about Dust and Elysian Tale? It was a free with gold game that back in the day my friend Tomahawk and I both played, and it was really fun. We'd play it, because there was no multiplayer, but we'd play at the same time and like say, oh, you were here, you're here, I'm here, doing this or that. And, it had a couple inside jokes made from it, including mysterious wall chickens, since that's an actual thing in the game. There was that little cell exploit, but that's not been referenced, or it's not really an inside joke, etc. And the game starts off as you kind of just... This is from my memory of being, like, not even my double digits, so, like, cut me some slack. If double digits, then, like, 10 or 11. So basically, you start off as funny dude, amnesiac, probably pronounced that wrong, but they have amnesia. You run into a sword. Ayo, hello talking sword. Fidget's like, get away from my sword! Like little fairy bat, little person. And the sword's like, nah, I want to be with this dude. Sword's like, not the sword, Fidget's like, oh, fine, and is sassy the entire time. run to a village, you have to go get rid of the big bad guy. Throughout your travels, you meet more characters. It also uncover more of your past and who you were. And it's ultimately revealed that you're actually a combination of two different people that are polar opposites. One being the brother of one of the later important main characters, and also a soldier. If not a soldier, then an assassin, I can't remember. And so you're a combination of two different things like that, and their souls got imbued into one. And at the very end of the game, you end up dying to also go and save everyone by killing the big bad dude. And the cliffhanger for a second game is dealing with how it shows, like, everyone's sad that you died, but then you see, like, a spirit thing, so, like, a glowing orb, like, meteor-looking thing just raise up from where you were and go somewhere. Like, in the sky. Like, it's, like, zooming somewhere. That game got so popular that it's still within, like, I think the way you'd say it, I might be miswording it, but you would say, like, the common zeitgeist. Probably saying it wrong. Basically, it's still prevalent enough for, like, for example, they had a release on the Switch, eventually. But, you know, it came out on the 360. So, like, it still has enough traction, but he just wasn't ever able to make a second game. There's also plenty 360 games that never made it to the Xbox One for backwards compatibility, such as Charlie Murder, which was another free with gold game at one point. That was a fan favorite. I guess it probably was. I don't know much about how people felt about it outside of my friends and I. But Tomahawk and I also played that game together. We have even more inside jokes from that game. Including because we used to play with this one guy called Unbared. And in that game, there's 5 different characters you can choose from. Like, you have a girl singer, male singer, drum person, funny man, drummer, guitar person, and I think the other guy was also a guitar person. I can't remember what the short guy played. But basically, you have up to 4 people playing and 5 different characters to choose from that all have their own abilities and things they can do. I played as the girl because, haha, girl. Tomahawk played as Charlie, which is, I think his name's Charlie. I actually have no clue, but just like the main singer, and then his friend slash my friend at the time, Unbared, played as the drummer. Which, if you were to compare the drummer with anyone, he's like an Ogren. To give you like, he's a big dude, dumb. So basically an Ogren. God, no, not a freestyle, please. But, what happened was, we got all the endings, we got all the things done, we tried to achievement hunt everything. I'm missing a single achievement, mind you. We tried getting every single variant of characters you can unlock through the theater, and all this other stuff, and it was really fun. Trying to get all the different collectible, utility items, like Organo and stuff like that, because it gives you perks. We ended up at one point getting modded items from a random dude, because it was like one of the only times we joined a public game. And I mean, I think I still would have it, but it's just like, I played through so much of the game without having anything modded that it was fine. You know, it wasn't like I started the game off with modded stuff. And it was only for that character too, and that variant of the character, so there's no way to transfer it anyway, unless some weird, like, exchange happened. But now, where I brought up Unbared, was there was a specific inside joke tied to him, which was there's multiple stores you can go to and things you could do. Some things give you permanent boosts to your stats, and there was specifically a category area where you could upgrade your stats, and it's a pet store. But the issue is you would eat like a frog, for example. It wasn't graphic or anything, it would just be like little image of frog, now gone. It disappeared. So you could like do that or this, but in the pet store there's a pet food little bag thing that's in like the foreground, I think, if I remember right, not the background. And it's just like, it shows the drummer dude's face on it. So what the joke became was unbared food. And that just became a joke. And That's something we even referenced probably one of the last times we ever played with each other, like Tom Hack and I. It's great. How many more times I gotta do this? Did I do? Oh no, I did all of them. Okay, no, I've done it 25 times. My bad. I did all of my weeklies. Well, not weeklies, sorry. All my Discovery dailies. So that's a good amount of XP. Now I have to go to a normal match. Let's go to squads real quick. I don't mind playing with you as well whenever yours is installed if you want to later. Even if it's not like once it's installed, but like later today, even tomorrow, etc., you know? I'd recommend doing it before the reset because then you can get optimal XP. You know? There's just two...
Oh, your oven is leaking. Where's your oven?
Not two. There's 3 Minecraft maps that I really dearly miss. Well, technically 4, but I'm talking about like old era 360 time, not like my map that deleted itself, you know? There is specifically a 360 map that was my first map I ever made for survival because there was no creative or anything at the time. There was the map my brother and I made when Minecraft first came out through the 360. There's a map we made a little later that I made my first actual garden in Minecraft on. And then there's also the other map, the last map. I'm trying to think because I'm trying to play this too. So I said technically 4 or did I say technically 5? Technically 5. Okay. So yes. I'm trying to think in my head again, so my apologies. So the first map I ever made on my own, the first map my brother and I made together because it just came out. The other map, well, technically there's even more maps I wish I had. Arrgh. Like, there's this one map, my first map that didn't get deleted after a gamertag change. Actually, no, I'm wrong, because it was before my gamertag change. Because it was one that I actually have a recording of, which might be surprising to hear. It's a video that was put on a YouTube channel a long time ago, and I was like 9, if not like 8, basically. And then my dad privatized it so that no one could just look at it, but I actually have a copy of it. But it shows this, if I am correct, and it's not cutting off too early. Oh wait, no, it shows one of the maps I'm also missing. My first survival map I had is also in that video. But I know the video cut off because it ran out of space before I could get fully through the sandstone house. Which was a giant... This is stupid, but I had a giant house where it was supposed to be like for my brother and I to play the game, but he never went on the map because, you know, he wasn't interested, which I wasn't upset either. it was wishful thinking and having fun building, so it was like, whatever. It was a giant sandstone house in the middle of a desert, and I lined a giant path with cactuses that interchanged and windowed because you can't place them block by block like on each other's side. So it was like a checker pattern with cactuses lining this path all the way to the front of the house. And there was also this stupid part. I think this is where the video probably cuts off or whatever, because I remember not being able to record that. There was this giant pillar that if you ran up the ladder, it was supposed to be a little theater for some reason. But it was like very small and cramped and doesn't look like a theater. Not a movie theater, I mean like a performing arts theater, mind you. Like, stage play. It's stupid. What are you looking at? Are you sure it's not a sword, but it's a glaive, or does it say sword? You're looking at it. Oh, I see, I see. Well, maybe. Oh god, I just thought the Imagine Dragons song. You're my boomerang, boomerang. You're my boomerang, boomerang. Yeah.
Rank 16.
Don't you dare use the hammer. I will use the hammer. Oh. Yeah! No! Okay, I should probably just... Okay, I'm stubborn. I'm using the hammer. I'm gonna keep using the hammer. Did she hear my throat not like that laugh? For a second,
Yeah, so I was like,
it was like a cough.
stop, stop.
Okay, I give up. Wait, no, I have to do it. I'm gonna. It's like an addiction to gambling. I'm gambling if I can actually. God. But yeah. So those two maps are covered where there's recordings of them. Thank God. Because I remember I was like, wait a minute, I have a screenshot. Wait a minute, how would I have a screenshot? Oh yeah, I recorded it. I was like, for my first map. I also had. What? Oh, okay. I'm gonna look at the boomerang you sent me, I guess. Oh, that's a sword. I've seen that before. But no, there's. It looks like a cleaver, kind of like a type of cleaver. It doesn't actually look not like a sword, like a blade, I guess.
So it's just like at first glance, I had to like look back at it again. Oh. Like, at first glance, like whatever, like I kind of like skimmed past it, which was like a practice thing. Attached to the bottom of it. Look this up. How do I start this event?
What is it?
The funny funny old lady stuff. I don't remember how to do that.
Talk to the lady. By the way, put the lady down. Halo Wars reference. Halo Wars reference. We're gonna grab someone. No! If I grabbed, I said that I found a little cheese you could do is you could grab so. Actually, if you play Fall Guys, you wanna know a cheese you could do with the fan? You know the one where it's a circle, you have to keep running and there's a fan? Here's a cheese method you could do. If you grab someone else while the fan is blowing towards you, you won't fly. Yeah, some I said cheese, almost. Some people that were being really sweaty, but not just sweaty, because like whatever. They were being really toxic about it. They were just, they kept doing that. Literally their names were showing that they just do that for fun, like that's their entire reason of playing the game, too. Which was like, oh. But, yeah, just... No, I was trying to think. Yeah, so the first Minecraft map my brother and I had was when it first came out. We had a couple little plans for when the game came out because we didn't know if it was going to be considered an indie game or if it was going to be an actual Xbox game. The worst case scenario, if it was an indie game, that meant that I'd have to play as a guest and not have saves if it allowed for multiplayer local. But if not, then it would just be only he'd be able to play because I didn't have live. Yeah, I was on his Xbox still at the time. So, it originally started where we were in a canyon area, kind of. Like, it was open-ended, but it was a canyon, and there was this little, like, hole in the floor because it was, like, one of those little caves that kind of goes and twists and turns, but it's out the surface, you know what I mean? Like, where it's just... So it was one of those, but there was two different ends. One that went deeper underground and cut off, and the other one kind of stayed level but went further in. I can't remember which one of us had which one elevation-wise, but back then there was also a bug with dispensers, where if you had an item in a certain corner and someone broke it while you grabbed it, you would be able to duplicate the item. If you dropped the duplicated items, it would not be able to be picked up. So the only way to fix it would be, let's say you had a diamond block, if you turned it into diamonds, then it would be fine. It would validate its existence, basically. So, another way, because we didn't have diamond blocks, we had like 3 diamonds ever, and we never found any more. So what happened is we used that to go and make diamond blocks. And then we duplicated the diamond blocks and turned them into diamonds. And it's also where I got my first wolf in the game. But the issue is that it was, because there was no name tags back then, of course, either. I've always would name it after my dog I had at one point in real life. And so...
Oh, that's
The issue of what happened was, okay, if I don't make this, I'm gonna be so sad. I've never made one of these rounds, and the last times where I've almost made it to the end, people are toxic and purposely shove you off. But basically, what... I'm having a strong because I'm playing. But basically, yeah, I'm still stronging it. My bad, entirely. Yeah, literally just strong.
Thanks, but I'm gonna delete that now, but thank you.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to wait till I'm done with this round at this point. That is my bad. No! No! Okay. Last second. That's okay. I still will consider that a win. I will still consider that I finished. I don't care. But basically, the first map, we had the end and end. I got my first dog in the game. She drowned.
Oh.
She drowned. Can you guess how she drowned? I never went exploring in the ocean. I don't remember there really being a lake. I remember I just kind of kept put in the area. We even had like the equivalence of a treehouse at one point, kinda. Well, what happened was, it might be shocking, but she was in a 1x1 block of water. And she drowned. It was in my house. There was a 1x1 block of water. She happened to jump in it somehow. She was sitting. I couldn't get her to stand up. She was just sitting, and she drowned while sitting in the water. Because she couldn't breathe. Well, so she died. We had enough diamond blocks where, I can't remember if it was him or I, but we were able to have decorative diamond blocks in our houses. I don't remember what my house looked like shape-wise, or his. I think mine was the lower one, actually. But I know as well that I had paintings in mine. I think I'm actually remembering a little more. I had a divot at some point that I had little paintings in. Like, it went down a little more, and there was a at least 4-block tall area that was lower down, like where you'd have to go down. There was no staircase, but it was just lower, you know? And so it was my little area. And dude, the dog literally 1x1 she was in a 1x1 block, dude. It's a 1x1 block. It was so sad. For me as a child, that was so sad. It was so sad. Yeah, no, they patched that bug later. But guess what? Later on, with that bug, we did, technically, we needed both of us, but, like, it was for something he was doing. You could duplicate the gold bars we had, and it resulted in us making a railway system. He did it, mainly, but, like, I helped place down rails. I think it counts. But it was also to get that achievement where you have to ride in one direction straight for a certain amount of blocks. So that's how we got that achievement. I'm having a strong. That's my bad, dude. Yeah, so that was the first map, basically, in that canyon area. The second map I ever made, the one that I said I had a recording of, later on, I can't remember if it's in that recording or if it was something after, but I also made, a McDonald's on it. Besides that, that's not the first time I made a McDonald's on a Minecraft map, when I was younger. And it's not like I go to McDonald's every day and get a Happy Meal, it was just because, like, I knew someone that worked at McDonald's, so, like, it was a bit more prominent in my life than, like, oh, I get food from there sometimes. If it was like that, then I would have made Burger King, not McDonald's, you know? Because when I was really young, I liked Burger King, and then they messed up the recipe with the nuggets, and they also stopped having fused raspberry tea, and both reasons for me liking Burger King went down the drain. No more Burger King. No more Fortnite! The bird seed goes to Lewis. Lewis is a, you know, not a songbird or a bird you'd usually think would eat seed. But that guy grabbed me, didn't he? I wasn't paying attention to who was behind me. I hate when people do that. What's the point? Like, it makes me want to grab someone else to shove them off at that point. You don't have to be dirty with how you play. God. It's Fall Guys, not a pigsty. I hope you fall. He's not gonna fall. He's not gonna fall.
Get the stuff from
I knew I wasn't getting the win. I don't really care much for that. How do I have anyway? I still need the 20 times in a racing round with a gold, but like I don't know what progress it is. What was it? Oh yeah. So now that I'm not playing, I'm just watching. Basically, that second map that we made together, that's when the Halo skin pack stuff came out. So it was the first skin pack that came out with the Fable skins as well, and I used to play as Jack of Blades. I remember playing as that and accidentally scaring someone while playing as Jack of Blades because I was hiding behind a tree. But it was a forested area, unlike the first time where it was a little like canyon-ish kind of area, but it was still grassy like the other one. A lot of trees. We were inside of a mountain area, so it was a it was a hollowed out area that we had. And so it was fun, mind you, but because of it being hollowed out, it took a bit of effort. There was actually a side area where it was like a canyon, like, you know how like there's ravines? It was kind of like because ravines I don't think existed in the game yet, because I swear that was a thing that was added at one point. But it was similar to like a really tall ravine that was not going to be in the floor, but on the side of the mountain. So we kind of worked with that. I was playing as a grunt from the skin pack. Either he was playing as Chief or as the skin he usually played as. It could have been like the Black Knight, I don't remember. And yeah, I was playing as the grunt skin from the first skin pack. I actually own it on the Xbox One as well, which is funny. But goodbye, Santa Slay. But basically, though, yeah, I'm having a stroke again. This is entirely my bad. My apologies. No! I can't see. I can't see! That's the first time I've gotten first place on that one. From legitimate means not like crossing sides or anything, or I think in first place. That's great. My throat hurts again. No! basically, I'm having a stroke again. I'm so sorry. It's the second map. The second map. The second map, like I said, there was like the ravine side thing, and it was stone. We ended up filling it in on the top and everything. It was a dark area, and that was a garden. That got turned into a garden. There was an entryway I even made, which I was happy about. It wasn't like, you know, extravagant. And it was also before lily pads existed, but I liked it. How it worked was that every other block was sugarcane, and like the in-between would be water. So it's like a little sugarcane entrance. And there's flowers and stuff, and because there was only 2 different types of flowers, the old rose texture and the dandelion texture, which I prefer those over the new ones. I hate the poppy. Those flowers are in there. There's grass, and there's all like quote-unquote bamboo, because originally before bamboo you had to use sugarcane as bamboo. So there was the sugarcane and all that, and it was all underground because the top was even covered. And it was really fun. There was trees in there too that were grown, and it was lit up by the bottom area. I think we ended up, either there was glowstone, but if there wasn't glowstone, then that meant that it was lit up with torches. I really liked it. Wait, am I the only one that made it? Wait, hold up. Am I the only one that made it? I'm so confused. No, a couple other people had to, yeah, a couple other people had to have made it. I was like, okay. You have to go. It's not Ava, it's Eva Levante. Get your facts straight. You whippersnapper.
Okay, German, that's how you say it. Okay.
No! Eva Levante. Say it! You said it, you said the word. I know, but like with Eva Levante though, she used to be in Destiny 1 as she would sell shaders and emblems and stuff. Which might sound weird, but that's what she did sell.
Oh, take that.
I'm being dirty to the guy that was being dirty. Oh wait, no, I'm not gonna say being dirty to me. Hey yo, hey yo! No, I was trying to grab him. Would have actually helped both of us if he stayed behind. But he's already still alive, so it's fine. But yeah. Yeah, the snowball. Something that happened when I was playing with Nick, was he fell off. Like he was shooting himself by shooting me with a weapon he had. He said, "Get away from me! You're hurting me!" as a joke, and he died. But when he died, he dropped a snowball. It was like, huh? What do you mean? Like, there's actually a video uploaded on my channel, which is the last winter night or whatever with him as like a joke title, but basically it's just a video of him and I, like, it's from the stream when we were playing, but I put highlights, and one of the parts of the highlight that I included was him you know, like the part of him offing himself by accident with a gun when he was shooting me. I'm gonna invite him to the party if he's not. No, he's not on. Okay, I'll have to invite him.
I confused myself so much
Huh.
earlier. It's like the whole thing that like basically forces you into when you first start playing.
Oh, you mean
It's just,
so the first level? Okay, the first level of it.
I killed McGowan or whatever, and then it gave me an instant Vex milk. What the fuck? What the fuck is Vex milk? I know what it means now, but like...
Vex Milk's an ongoing joke in the community as well, because
I know it's
so
an ongoing joke, but I was so confused.
yeah, every single dawning for Destiny 2 has had that, if I remember right. I could be totally wrong. Wait, is this rotating spleef? Is this what it is? It's rotating spleef! It's rotating spleef? Why is it rotating spleef? I wish it wasn't me remaining. I hate doing spleef against people that are sweaty, and I just play to casually, like, brain rot away. Whichever, is it the Ace of Spades, or?
It's like one that like has like a little funny spinny animation whenever you pull it out.
Have any last words? Ka-chow! You know, ka-chow! Oh! Did I win? I made us win! Yay! My strategy is to eat all of everything as quickly as I can. In spleef, if you eat everything, then they can't eat it. And then they starve to death. Yeah, makes sense, makes sense. Hey, calm down, mister. Your audio could be included without you actually including it.
What do you mean, dude? It's not a bad thing.
Hey, calm down. I'm joking, by the way. I don't care. I was just I'm just reminding you either way. Also, I think my game broke. It does not want to give me my rewards. Okay. No, I was correct. You just see me dead on the floor. Oh my god. I was dead on the floor. Let me get a screenshot of that real quick to send you. What is? So what happened was I was like, it's taking forever to load. It broke, didn't it? And so it gave me an error screen, but it still showed the victory screen, which means that I just see my character dead on the floor. Let me message you this, and let me message you the one with the error on it before I pressed OK. Also, the dude invited me to a party. Let me invite him here. Let me uninclude this. No more Fall Guys! No, 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 no! How far am I anyway? Ugh! Made noise. I'm at level 22 now after doing the exploit, by the way. Which I don't want to call it necessarily an exploit because it wasn't like I was, like, going behind the game's code or something, but it technically is.
Dead.
Yeah, no, I was literally just dead in the screenshot. That's no more Fall Guys. Peekaboo!